It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. It's the morning show here on XL7. I'm Bob Zadora and Scooter Kels.
Whoop, whoop.
There you go.
How are
I
you?
even got a whoop.
How are you today?
I'm good. It's good. It's a little chilly.
You think?
Got to let the car warm up a little bit. But
You were looking at you think, what's this little mark right here? I tell you, we got a weather warning. It's a cold advisory.
because you couldn't tell that because the temperature is 13 degrees, you couldn't tell it was cold outside. And it has been for like 95 hours or something. I had an XL7 or on the other news on KTLO, and they had 95 hours is a long time to be below freezing here, especially. Because they really don't have a frost line here. So a lot of times the pipes aren't real deep.
The other morning it was 5 degrees when I came in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no,
Man,
it's
it
been
was just
nippy overnight.
Oh.
The sky's nice and clear. You know, there's no moisture, there's no humidity, there's no nothing. It just kind of, poof, stars really pop.
And a lot of it pertains to how much wind is blowing and how it affects you, I realized, because at 5 degrees, I went outside, I got a coat on, and it was cold, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And then later, it was like 20-something degrees, but the wind had
Oh, yeah.
picked up, and it just ripped right through you.
Oh,
It's
yes,
like,
sir, it does.
I just dealt with the 5 degrees,
Yeah,
but
that
now
was
the
fine.
20
But yeah,
is,
not so much. You know, the wind chill is really what bothers people more than anything else. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. I was talking to the doctor, and he had been in Chicago. He had done some time up there during the course, and he was saying, he says, "Man, it just feels different here when it gets this cold than it did up there." I says, "Well, it is a little different."
A different type of, they talk about dry versus humid and stuff like that, and it makes a big difference when you're talking about snow and what kind of snow and what kind of, this last snow that we've got was it was kind of a wet pack snow, the heavy one that we got, and we don't usually get that. Usually we get that kind of just the fluffier, little drier type. It's weird
when you get that wet, heavy pack snow. That's heart attack snow. That's when you say
heart attack snow.
Don't be doing that's heart attack. It is. That's heart attack snow. We get out there. We haven't done any exercise in a while. You get out there and start moving that shovel around.
That makes sense.
And that's just what they call it.
Heart attacks.
Heart attacks. Well, it is because when it's real heavy like that, when it's kind of light and blowy, I'll take the blower.
Yeah.
And just go out there and blow out a path like to the barn and go out
Saturday,
there like that, blow off the front of the
yeah.
house. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But that other stuff when it's wet on the bottom and it freezes below there, especially overnight, and you get up in the morning, it's like, whoops.
Now, Saturday, that's where I messed up because Saturday was that light, get the leaf blower out, but there was a thin layer of ice underneath where you take off all the traction when you blow all the stuff off.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes the snow comes in handy to help you hold everything down.
About halfway through, I quit. I was like, no, I better save some for traction.
Because it had melted a little bit during the day.
Yep.
And then it freezes at night. And then that's when it freezes flat like that. That's when you get the real.
And I've got one of them driveways that don't get any sun. So mine, I've constantly.
You're so vertical that
I've got to put salt out just to get in and out. I mean, and it may look like there's nothing, but just a thin layer's enough that I'm not getting in my driveway.
Sure. I get the same thing coming down the hill, getting to the bridge. It's like that. You get two sharp turns there that you really kind of go, okay, take your time, take your time. You're not in that big of a hurry.
We're in no hurry.
Not in that big of a hurry. No, we are not. So. Now that we've solved all the weather problems.
There you go. All right, we've got a show.
We're going to start?
Yeah,
we have guests that are waiting. They're biting at the bit. They were here. These are the earliest guests we've ever had.
I know.
That's great.
Everybody else were like,
they're enthusiastic. Yeah, when you look at the watch, well, okay, how long we got to stretch here? Not now.
No,
they're here. They got someone brought their own coffee. I have Scooter
excited.
coffee.
Oh, that's
Scooter brings coffee
from Scooter
Coffee in Harrison.
I guess that is.
There is one in here. I don't know if there's any. I'm sure there's others.
Yeah, you can get it at Harps, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
I get it. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't.
So I don't know
I'll have to look for it.
what location they get it trucked in from, or how many they got. But it's good coffee.
It is good coffee. It's very.
I don't drink a lot, but the other day I woke up and it was really cold that morning. We were doing some cooking at home. I'm like, I'm going to have a cup of Scooter coffee.
As you should. As you should, my friend. As you should. So we'll start the day the way we should, I guess. We'll start with the morning prayer, and that's brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. They're at 870-508-1771. They're there for all your needs. Hospice time is a difficult time for everybody. It's difficult for the families. It's difficult for, obviously, the person who's in hospice, but they're there also to help the family to get by and what to do and what to expect and how to handle the different things, prepare people for that inevitability that we're all going to go through. And to have that help being there is a really big thing. So you can call Hospice City Ozarks, 870-508-1771. And join me in a little prayer here. Holy Father, we come before you with humbled hearts, seeking your guidance and love. We ask for your strength. May your wisdom fill our minds and your peace dwell within our spirits. Help us to walk in kindness, compassion, and understanding, to always seek the truth and justice in our actions. Bless those in need, heal the broken, surround us with your light. We trust in your grace and give thanks for your constant presence. Bless our leaders. Please give us leadership, which is just as important. Protect those who are out in this weather, the EMTs, the coppers, the firemen that are out trying to do their work to help people in these weather conditions. We ask this thing, all things, in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Morning prayer brought to us by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. I think I'm probably just about on time. We got a quick break here. We're going to take a break. We're going to hear a word from the Z Team, and we'll be back with the weather.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
I like that part of the commercial there. That's cool. The C2 one. That's good. That's good. I like that.
You need me to put it back on there and back?
No. We're good. Because you got to change. You got people want to see different things. They want to, just a little different look from time to time. And my honey does a great job. A great job, and I'm very thankful for that.
She stays on top of all the little details.
She does, which is no
What
small
amazes me is you talk to her, and there's so many little details, but she stays on top of it, gawks them out, boom, 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 and I give her a lot of credit.
I do, but sometimes she's got all those things going on in there, and she knows they're there, but she'll start in the middle of one of them, and I'm like, whoa, I'm sorry, honey. Adrian who? We got 5 Adrians. Okay, and then she'll patiently explain it to me. So that's who she is and what she does.
You got to get me on track first, and then we can move
That's
forward.
right. We can go from there. So we'll open with our temperature gauge is here. Scooter's the best. He gives me notes and everything. Current temperatures. In Mountain Home, it's 13. Harrison is 17. Batesville is 17. Yellville is 12. Marshall is 9. Salem's 15. Mountain View is 9. Calico Rock, it's 13 degrees. West Plains is 15. Springfield's 15. Poplar Bluff, it's 15 degrees out there. St. Louis is 14. Chicken, Alaska, HBAL. Chicken, Alaska, I can tell you that. I'll tell you a story at the break. Is 8 degrees. So they're not much different than we are. Norfolk Dam is generating two generators generating. Bull Shoals has 8 dam. I didn't look that high, but I'll take their word for it. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to get down.
That's what they've been running for a while, for a few days. They say.
I'm surprised. Didn't look like that.
Well,
okay.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Yeah, see, that's not up very high because we're that little isthmuses that comes out there, that peninsula that comes out there.
There's a better shot.
It's moving, but it's not. Doesn't look like 8. 8, you can surf when they're running 8.
And I could buy that, but it's been 8 for days, so it's like.
So maybe they're having a. Oh, the duck's going. Look at that.
Yeah.
Cool. Mom and Dad taking the kids out for a ride.
To me, even as a
They'll
duck,
end up in
it's too
Calico.
cold.
A couple hours, they'll end up in Calico.
There you go.
How are we going to get back home? But they do that. They take them out for a little. Sometimes they'll bring them back around the the hook there. And that's actually Big Spring in that second, the water behind it. That comes out of Big Spring where the kids swing on on the rope.
The cold water.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it's all cold water. It doesn't matter.
It'd be a little cold now. It would be a little cold now.
That's pretty cold, though.
Yes. It's going to be a pretty day. Pretty day. Sun's
moving
coming
now.
up. That'll warm it up a little bit, too. Get the sun out there. Let's take a look at the
Getting a little bit of the
radar.
Z-clip. See the yellow coming in the
bit,
back? I like that.
bit.
Makes for some pretty pictures.
Let's take a look at the radar here. A little bit of ice and participation up in northern Illinois, Ohio, southern Wisconsin, into Lake Michigan. A little bit up in the hills and the Rockies, as there should be. But this here down in Florida that worked its way through yesterday, it ran from like Houston all the way around to Jacksonville, and it snowed. I mean, they had like serious snow. They had up to a foot down in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Linda talked to her aunt who's in Florida, and she said that the Panhandle, part of that had like 8 inches. They're not really prepared for that stuff down there. No, not
They're
at all.
shut down right now.
Oh yeah, and they should be. And
Yeah,
they should
yeah.
be. You know, it's kind of like here when you get that much snow. When it snowed that much last week, everybody just take the day. I tell people when we're dealing with clients, you want to make sure that you've got 3 days worth of food in the house, no matter what, because you just never know. It may be weather related, it could be power related. You can't get out, so you want to make sure that you're sustainable for a couple of days, which is a good no matter where you're at, whether it's here or in Chicago or Detroit or whatever. Our radar is clear. We got nothing. As you can see, the sun's getting ready to poke out, and that'll move the temperatures up a little bit. The National Weather Watches and Warnings, we have, not quite sure what, cold weather advisory. Yeah, we know that.
Chance it could get cold.
Chance it might get cold, that's right. There's freeze warnings here on the Gulf Coast. That is pretty unusual. You don't see a lot of freeze warnings on it across, and extreme cold warnings. And even down into Florida here, they've got we've been in Florida and it freezes, and they spray the oranges to keep the ice, when ice is on the outside, it keeps it from freezing on the inside.
They de-ice the oranges.
Yeah, well, they ice them so that they don't, because otherwise if it freezes all the way in, then it would that'd ruin the oranges. So they'll spray them to protect them. Weather is coming up. High today is going to be 35 and sunny. Tonight it'll be 22. That's not nearly as bad as it's been, but it's still freezing. But it'll be good to get above freezing today. 22, 38 tomorrow. Tomorrow night it'll be 16. Friday morning it's going to be 39, probably Friday afternoon. Friday night will be 26. Saturday it'll be 49 degrees. And Sunday will be 30 with a 20% chance of some sort of participation, which would be showers if it's going to be that warm. So that'd be pretty good.
Fortunately, it's been cold so long that today's the day that's going to tell you if you got any water leaks.
Yes.
And that happens a lot. You know, when you go through this cold span, and then all of a sudden you're looking outside in your yard and you got this wet spot that's just, probably got a water leak.
Probably. You'll know. You're right. Norfolk water levels are, Norfolk is at 552.89, which is 0.89 feet above the pool of 552. Bull Shoals is at 657.01, and that's about a foot, almost 2 feet below the pool of 659.
I think that's it for that round.
That's it for that weather. Weather's brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty. You can call them for all your real estate needs. Call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793, and let's see what we can do to help you out with getting your situation straightened out. It's a big deal to move, and we can help with that a lot.
And with all the rules and the changes and everything, you need to hire a professional that can stay on top of it like Linda does. Every little detail's got to be covered. I mean,
the financing and keeping all of the things together and getting people to come out to help whether it's clean out. Guys are terrible. The wife passes, and she's got knickknacks, brick, whatever. And he can't do it.
Yeah.
And you can understand why, but he just can't do it. And he can't pull the trigger to make it. And then they don't move. And then they're there and they're not happy. House becomes more than they can take care of. Kids want them to come back to Cleveland, Denver, whatever it may be. And we help with all of that. So give my honey a call. 870-405-0793. Taking the break.
We'll be right back. Ozark Farm and Loan.
Be right back from the morning show here on XL7.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozark's Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show here on XL7. It's time for community activities, and we're going to have a great activity on. Stick with this coming out of this break. We have the Twin Lakes Playhouse is going to be here, and they're going to talk about Harvey, which is the upcoming production over there. And aside from that, I really don't have very much.
There's not a whole
you
lot
guys,
going on.
You just got to call Scooter. You can email Scooter at
email me directly at scooter@hometowntv.net.
hometowntv.net.
Yep.
And if you have your church has got something going on, you've got different events going on, give them a call. Send them an email and say, hey, we've got this coming on. We got a breakfast coming up. I know there's one at the American Legion. I drove by it on an Arvis sign, but I don't know when it is or anything about it. The only way community service works is if the community participates.
Exactly. And we have people that just come by and drop sheets off, and that's
Well,
fine.
St. Peters does for Paul Bunyan and stuff.
Yeah.
He always comes by, and that's what you need to do. So you got things coming up, and we had the military service sisters around here.
They got a meeting coming up, don't they?
Got a meeting coming up on
That's just the list of their meetings.
of where
to
they
try
are.
to help.
Yeah. And they don't have January 24th. They're going to be at Jamie's Restaurant at noon. Here in Mountain Home, not in Harrison, although they may have one in Harrison. I know they have a different branch over there too. But the Military Service Sisters, a great group of women, veterans that have done their time and find camaraderie and help with each other, and that's a great thing. Again, you got stuff, you got to share it. That's how the word gets out.
There you go.
That's how the word gets out. And that little PSA was brought to you by now I got too many, but then get rid of that one. Ozark Farm and Lawn. They're at 870-425-3434. I drove by there yesterday. They had stuff stacked up from one end of the property to the other. They must have got, their Christmas wish must have came a little late.
They have added. They are now offering construction equipment.
Oh.
Not just your tractors and farm equipment.
Yeah.
Now the excavators, bobcats.
Really?
Yes. I went over there the other day and got a look at, they had a Kubota bobcat out there that was really, really cool. It had high tracks on it. It was pretty neat. And then they had a little Kubota excavator with a little computer screen on it and all this.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, they're getting high tech, and they're, like I said, they've offered a whole nother line. So now they've got construction equipment. Where they're going to fit everything, I do not know. I mean, they got a huge lot, but it's always packed.
I mean, that front was just full.
Yeah.
And it was orange, and there was some blue in there.
Yeah.
And then, it's kind
New
of
olive.
a little bit, yeah.
Yep.
Get different brands for different people. Say, well, I don't like this one. I just like that one. They can help you with that. They can help you. If you got a mechanical issue, they can help you with that. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They've got parts. They've got the wherewithal. They've been there for a long time. They know when things break, how to fix them. And that's very important to you. That stuff's not inexpensive.
I have got an
and you want to make it last.
Kubota M9000 I bought from there. And, this thing is old. And they have kept it running. It runs like a top. I mean, it's just a beast. And any parts I need, they always have me taken care of.
Perfect.
They've been great. I was looking the other day. Other than the first tractor I ever bought was a old Ford Jubilee series. I mean, it was just an old tractor, but other than that, every tractor I bought from there.
Oh, good. Well,
Which
that's
was
good.
really-
See, brand loyalty.
yeah,
That's so important.
I've
Very-
been really happy with their service, and they take care of me. So
That's what it's all about, pal. That's what any business is all about.
exactly.
Call Ozark Farm and Lawn, 870-425-3434. Drive by there. You'll see all the stuff they got and go in. If you're just curious and say, what is that? They'll help you out and give you a quick little tour of the things they got. We're going to take another break because I'm long. It happens sometimes.
It happens.
I'm a little long. But we'll be right back with the Twin Lakes Playhouse, and we're going to talk about Harvey.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing.
And we're back here on the morning show on XL7. We're here with the Twin Lakes Playhouse. It's got a production of Harvey coming up starting
Friday.
A couple of days. We have Dianne Pankau here, who's the director of the theater. I'm not sure what Sharon does. Shannon.
I'm the assistant director, and I do also have a small role.
Okay, and that's good. And Vance is
I play a doctor.
Dr. Sanderson.
Yeah, I play Dr. Sanderson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. What else we need to know about Harvey? It's been around for a while.
It has. It's a lovely comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not slapstick. It's subtle, but it has some very sweet and poignant moments in it, and so it's been a delight to do. We have a wonderful cast of 12.
Oh, that's good size, isn't it?
We have some people on the cast that you've seen several times that you'll recognize, and we have some people like Vance and Shannon who've been in 2 or 3 plays recently, and you haven't seen them quite as often. And then we have some new faces, some brand new faces.
Oh, good.
And so it's a really nice mix.
And people can, and that's what community theater really is. It's people coming in saying, I always wanted to.
Yes, yes.
And you try them out, and you see how you do.
Yeah. One lady came in, she said, "Man, I wish you had a part that it was only 1 or 2 lines." And we said, "Have we got the part for you?" And so she does.
Watch what you say.
She has 1 line, but she does it beautifully.
I'm sure she does.
But she's gotten involved, and that's really good.
Yeah. Oh, it is good.
Yes.
And they're all volunteers. I mean, it is 6 to 8 weeks of hardcore volunteer work, right?
Yeah,
so
sure.
everybody at that is at the Playhouse are all volunteers, from the actors to everybody behind the scenes,
all the stage people,
all the stage
sure.
people, everything. Just want to put on a good show for the community.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because there's a lot more to it than just the actors out there.
Oh yeah.
Presenting their lines. I mean, for somebody to figure out the angle that you got to stand here while he's talking there, and back
that's
and forth.
The fun part.
That's the fun part.
Well, that's the 68-week part, right?
That's right. That's right.
It's definitely a passion project for everybody involved, because there are so many things behind the scenes. And then we do get a lot of, contribution from the community. We had a lady that printed some signage for us specifically for the set that, she really put a lot into that and made custom T-shirts for us and things like that.
Excellent.
So there's something for everybody to do. Anybody that wants to be involved, whether you want to be on stage or you want to be creative or you just want to help with volunteers at concessions, things like that.
Yeah. And how long has that theater been there?
Oh, I'm not sure about this location. We're in our 54th year.
Wow.
But this is about the 4th location. I think they started at Lakeview, perhaps.
Okay.
But that was before our time.
Well, I'm sure the venue wasn't that big when they first got started.
Probably not,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, now you're seating a lot more than I'm sure
We
they
seat
did
95.
then. That's a good house.
It is. It's small enough to make you feel like you're
Oh, it's intimate. Yeah.
cozy, but large enough that you're not too far away from the action.
Excellent. And you mentioned a concession stand.
We do.
Little snacks and stuff.
Popcorn, soda, coffee, candy.
Okay. Parking's right there in the
Yes.
back of the building, and there's handicap parking. So people can come, no matter what their circumstances are.
And we can, the Methodist Church across the street graciously lets us park in their lot if we have more
that's
cars
great.
than we need.
Great.
So we really have very adequate parking.
Great. So tell me a little bit about Harvey.
Harvey.
We got to
It's
tease
just-
people to make them want to come out.
It's the story of Elwood P. Dowd, who is just the most affable man in town. Everybody likes him. He will invite you for a drink no matter what. He's just a lovely man. And his flaw is his best friend, who is a 6-foot invisible white rabbit. His sister, who lives with him, decides to get him committed to an asylum, a sanitarium. And it goes terribly wrong. And it's really Dr. Sanderson's fault.
I commit her instead.
That was a better choice.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a little crazy. So she gets committed instead, and then hilarity ensues.
Hilarity ensues. There you go.
That's when it really goes wrong.
The challenge, I think, coming off of, we had just done a beloved classic right before this one with A Christmas Story. And the challenge is always when you're bringing a beloved classic, especially Jimmy Stewart, to the movie, is to make sure that you bring it to life and stay true to what people know, but also, bring your own kind of interpretation to it.
Sure.
And I will say, I always say this, I said this during Christmas Story too, when you sit down and you do the first table read and the director selected all their actors, you're like, this may be better than the movie, just because the interpretation is just so different. But the challenge is that we weren't here in the 1940s, so there was a lot of things different than there are
language
now.
And
yeah.
There's been a lot of Googling. What does
A
that
lot
mean?
of Googling. I'm like,
Yes.
what is that word?
Can we say that?
I think following Jimmy Stewart in any role is going to be a challenge.
Oh, sure.
You know, he was
Sure.
just phenomenal. And Mike Horberg, watching him bring that character to life and not exactly follow Jimmy Stewart, you know, doing his own thing and bringing Diane's vision of the character to life. It's amazing to watch that progress from start to the finished product. But acting on stage with an invisible character is a whole challenge, unlike anything. You know, we share the stage with so many people, and you have to have chemistry with that. But to bring chemistry to life on stage with somebody that's not there is a true talent. It is a challenge unlike any other.
I forget he's there, really. I'm like, yeah.
That's what he would want you to do.
That's what he wants
would want you to be.
We have some great talent on stage, though, that we get to. And to Shannon's point, sometimes you get lost in what they're doing that you'll forget your line because it's so real. Yeah. But everybody is really putting in 150% into their character. I did have to ask Dianne, though, for mine. I'm like, can this doctor really talk to this nurse this way? Come see what I'm talking about.
And I said yes.
Things were different then.
Yes, they were. Well, and they were.
Yes. And we're
right or
not
wrong?
going to say anything about Vance, but it's a very arrogant character. His character is.
Okay.
He's been fun. Yeah, he's been fun to play. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to come back and talk a little more about Harvey, and we'll be right back here in the morning show on XL7. Stick with us.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Dianne Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Dianne grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the
And we're back in the morning show here on XL7. We're here with members of the Twin Lakes Playhouse. We have Dianne Pankau, who's the director, Shannon, who's the assistant director, and Vance Jones, who plays Dr. Sanderson in the Twin Lakes production of Harvey, which is going to start this Friday.
This Friday at 7.
This Friday at 7. Did you have a soft opening? Usually they have a soft opening for a charity.
That will be Thursday.
Okay.
It is our benefit night.
Okay.
And the benefit is PEO, which is a ladies' organization that raises money for scholarships.
Oh, cool.
And
are there tickets available for that?
They are. I don't have a number for that, but
Okay.
if they call the Playhouse, we can get them in touch with
And
who's
the
selling those
Playhouse
tickets.
number is
870-424-0444.
There you go. I knew you would know that. You would know it a lot faster than I would look it up. I know that. So we're talking about Harvey, who's a 6-foot rabbit, and a production that actually started, a movie that started it was written in the 40s. So there's some timeliness of things in the 40s compared to the way they are in the 20s of 2000. And so you had to write around some of that, I'm sure. But in general, the concept is such that you produce. He's still a big 6-foot rabbit.
He is. Yeah. As I said, a doctor could be very hinging on rude back then, and it was okay. The staff knew their place. But yeah, there's definitely some time where I'm like, what is this, and why are we doing it? And I don't have to say, well, this is why. And so, but we've got around it, and now we can pronounce all those words.
There you go. That's good. That's good.
There was one, and it wasn't a 1940s word that I had a problem with, but I got it now. But yes, so you always have those issues with the script, though.
Every actor has one word that gets them.
True.
Yeah, all of you try to say fraternizing, okay? 10 times, okay?
That's right. You got to say it 10 times.
That's the word.
I think after about week 3, anytime he got it right, we were all on stage cheering for him.
There you go. You got it.
Fraternizing.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's another word that means the same thing that I can say, But.
So we've got, there's a whole host of people that are in this. I'm on Twin Lakes Playhouse.org, and you can see the number of actors that are involved in a production like this. And while it's a good-sized stage, people rotate in and out and changing the sceneries and everything else. It's a little different than shooting a movie or shooting a bigger Broadway-type production of things like that. You're on a limited budget. You get great cooperation from the community.
We do, and this set has been particularly challenging. There are 2 totally different scenes. 1/3 of the scenes are in the library of a mansion, and the rest of the scenes are in the reception area and waiting room for a mental institution. And so that's been quite a challenge to make that happen and make that happen quickly. And
it's very cool. One of the things that people say to me all the time in the last 2 shows that I did was, when are you going to do a show when the curtain closes and it opens back up and it's completely different? And I'm like, this is the show. And literally Dianne has choreographed it in a way where the stage crew can be seen changing the stage, because it flips from the library in the mansion to the sanatorium, back to the library in the mansion, back to the sanatorium.
Okay, so it's multiple times.
It's multiple times. And so the audience will be able to see that, and it's really cool. And Rick, who helped put the set together, just did such an amazing job. It's really cool.
Yeah, it can sound like here we can take a commercial break and change things around.
You're
live. From the time the clock hits, you're going.
You mentioned that. It's not like shooting a movie, because when you forget your line, you just stand there really awkwardly. It's fun.
But that's where we all help each other out.
You do, yeah, if you can think of something to say.
And we have a great crew. We have one of the ladies from the cast who heads up the crew for a reason, and then we have 4 teenagers and an adult.
Okay.
And it takes all of them to do it in a timely manner. Nobody wants to sit for 10 minutes while you change the set.
That's true. That's true. You want to
we're
keep things
under
moving.
2 now.
Oh,
and
that's
so
great.
yes, and we hope it's entertaining as entertaining as a set change can be.
Fast set changes are a choreographed ballet. I mean, to see that, everybody has to have a job, and to see these teenagers really get in there and put their heart into getting that done and knowing what's supposed to be exactly where, because as we've discovered, having the desk be 6 inches too far over doesn't sound like a big thing until you've got 10 people on stage without enough room to stand.
Yeah, right.
And it's really amazing to watch that choreography come together.
And an invisible rabbit.
That's right.
We
And
have
you don't
to
never
make
know
room
where
for
he's going to
him.
pop up.
You don't know where he's at.
No, you don't.
You don't know where he's going to pop up. He could be there.
And he leaves stuff laying around.
All the time.
His hat and coat. I mean, we just never know where those are going to be.
That's true. Very
Yes.
true.
But the community has pitched in. We get sponsors for shows. We've got people that help come in and help design a set, because there is a lot that goes into it. Having to figure out how to make this work so that we have the room and the ability to change as quickly. Her husband and Joanne Helms's husband, they have come in and helped us not only design it, but actually build it and make it come to life. And we're always looking for that creativity. There is something for every member of the community to come and participate in a play on any level.
Oh, and we've had this lovely young lady who's in design school in New York, home for the holidays, and she has helped us with our costuming. And so it's good experience for her, but it's been great for us, particularly for me, because I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, that's great.
I told her what I wanted, and she's done it. It's really wonderful.
Perfect.
Yeah, Dianne has really been committed to kind of transporting everybody back to late 1940s, from the costumes to the music that's playing when you come in, to the music that's playing during the set changes, to Shannon and Dianne being so methodical about the things that are on the set, as far as if that would have been appropriate in that era, so that we kind of transport you back to that time, so that when I'm mean, it's acceptable.
Well, because you've got people that are going to be coming there that are not, they were there for some of that as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And even if they're little and they saw the movie, and the movie has survived over time, where you can pick it up in different places, so they've got kind of a preconceived idea, and to come and see the freshness that you guys put into this, that's really cool.
It really is.
It really is. Yeah.
And he gets a chance to be mean.
I do. It's so hard, though.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's been brought up, and it seems like you're really morally struggling with that side of it.
And the cast member that he has to be so mean to, she's the sweetest thing. And so it's really fun for us to watch. Like, why are you talking to her that way?
She's just, she's a great talent on stage, and she's been with the Playhouse for since she
at least 10 years.
At least 10 years. I think she grew up there. Olivia Wolfe is her name that plays her. I think she's even directing another show towards the end of the year. But she's really hard to be mean to, and it's like, well, here we go.
It's acting.
And Michael Barker, that plays the owner of the sanitarium. This was back when psychiatry was allowed to do some really questionable things, because back then it was normal and it was new. Things that now would straight up be criminal. And he brings that to life, and Vance might get fired during this whole process, and that's a whole scene to have to play out, watching somebody be fired. But Michael Barker brings that to life. He is an amazing stage talent, and we have seen him do several different roles, and he's different in every one. He really owns every character that he has on stage.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because there's some names that I'm familiar with here, and so I know that they've been in different parts of of different plays going from the past. So that's great that you have a core, but to be able to bring new people in and help them develop that talent that they want to bring into.
Sure, and you always want to play it, differently than you played the last one, right? So, and bring all those different nuances and things to the role that kind of execute the director's vision on how they see the character in the story. And Dianne said something to us the other day that was so great. She pulled the cast all together, and I'll paraphrase, but she said, every director sees something and they expect to compromise at some point in their production, on some level. And she told us all that she didn't have to compromise on anything because it's executed exactly how she saw it, which was
there you go.
That's true.
Which was the greatest.
It's got to be pretty unusual.
Yes,
to have everything come
is.
together and go, wow,
and
that was
it did. It has. Every little idea I had, somebody made happen.
Wow.
And I didn't make them all happen, but somebody did. The cast has just gone above and beyond. They've been marvelous.
And you've gone above it. I don't know if we can, I don't think we can pick this up, but we even have little rabbit ears on our cuticles here.
Yes.
That's commitment to the cause.
It's commitment.
Well, we don't know if his ears are pink or not.
We can only imagine.
That's
most
right.
most 6-foot white rabbits
They
have pink
have
ears.
pink ears. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
that's probably true. We're going to take a break, right?
Final break.
Final break. And we'll be right back here at the morning show on XL7-TV.
Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
And we're back in the morning show here at XL7. We're here with the Twin Lakes Playhouse. We have a production of Harvey beginning this Friday. It's going to be from the 24th through the 9th.
Through the 9th.
Was it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday matinees? Or?
Friday and Saturday are at 7 in the evening, and Sunday's matinees are at 2.
Okay, so you got time to
They are.
do whatever it is you got to do and still make it. We have Dianne and Shannon and Vance, and they're talking about Harvey. And we were talking about, in the break, we were talking about, obviously, everybody has a real life that goes on above and beyond the volunteer work and the work that goes into any of these productions that go on. Tell us what you do.
I'm the Human Resources Director for Baxter County. So that's my real job. And then I'm a doctor at night. This time.
There you go.
Yeah.
This time. So that's
time.
good. So you
Who
can
knows what I'll be next
the
time.
flexibility of things.
Yeah. So I do that from 8 to 4:30, and then I quickly switch hats, and I go and do this till about 9 o'clock at night. So right now.
And he has to learn his lines in between.
And learn my lines in between, yeah. And we're in what we call Hell Week. I don't know, can I say that on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's out.
Don't
go back. Yeah, don't never go
welcome.
back. Just keep moving forward. Say, no, I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. It's cool. We call that, we have famously dubbed it that for a reason.
Sure.
And we run the show consistently from the time we're going to start it, when the production starts on Friday, Saturday, and we run it all the way through every night.
There you go. Practice. What do you do, Shannon?
I am an insurance billing specialist for a fairly large private medical practice. So I get to work from home in my pajamas. So this is dedication.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. They'll have you in the office.
I have to get up and actually get dressed just to come in and do this. Where I could, if I wasn't doing this, I could stay in my pajamas all day long.
You like little bunny pajamas that you just to kind of get the feel for the.
I don't. But the last one we did was A Christmas Story, which, as you know, I mean, that's a classic. And we needed the bunny suit that he wears, bunny pajamas. And I'm such a dedicated fan to that movie. I actually already owned those. So the young man that had to wear those was wearing my pajamas on stage. Now, no, I don't sleep in them. Sleeping with those ears is a little difficult. But it's interesting to have to spend all day being professional. And then in this one, I also play a doctor's wife, which is a big difference. But in the play before that, I played a doctor's wife.
Typecasting.
So, yes, I feel like we're being typecast. He's been a doctor twice. I've been a doctor's wife twice.
We'll have to talk to some of the directors and get a little, shake things up a little bit. What do you do, Diane?
Well, I'm the exception. I am a retired math teacher. So I have... don't have any lines to learn. So
you have all the lines to learn.
Yes. I have the freedom to come in during the day and do some things, and so I'm not restricted to the evenings like they are, and I make all the plans and make them do them.
And it is like math class during rehearsal. Don't let her fool you.
Walk around with a pointer, slap it down. I said to say.
Well, sometimes.
It is sometimes. Frequently, I look at her and think, "Oh my gosh, she's trying to herd cats." We are artists are like that. We're all trying to live a second life out there every evening, and it does create a lot of a lot of feelings and a lot of distractions. And am I saying this as me right now, or am I saying this as my character? So it is a lot for her to try to keep us on track sometimes.
Sure, and to keep that straight with spouses and friends and companions and stuff.
Yeah, you kind of leave that behind,
yeah.
And you put your life on hold, and and to do this, and they support you while you do it.
There you
Absolutely.
go. There you go.
And the one thing we forgot that we have not mentioned in all of this production is everything we've said, from the stage crew to the acting to the coordinating of all the volunteers that come in when the show starts. Is another heavy thing is our lights and sound that happen, which is all coordinated through the production team and our lights and sound guy, who is he must eat, breathe, and sleep lights and sound, because he talks to you in lights and sound lingo. You're like, no, I don't know. Just give me my mic. You know,
tell me where to stand. Yeah,
just tell me where to go. But he's great, and his Jeff is his name. I don't know. I can't pronounce his last name, but Bazoka. Or yes, it's
Jeff is fine.
Yes, Jeff. His name is Jeff.
The sound guy.
The sound guy. But you know, because they have to coordinate that too. What they want the lights to look like, the sound to look like, where they want it to happen. So all of that's choreographed as well.
Yeah, I mean, we forget about all the back of the house stuff that's got to go on to get the front of the house to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's so important.
And I know right now he's currently working with others to teach them that, you know, so that's something if teenagers want to come in and learn, he will show them how to help put on the production from that tech booth, which is not something you can do just anywhere. And I know that a lot of people have learned some great stuff from him.
Sure,
Absolutely.
that's great. And tell us people how they may participate in this, you know, whether it's they think they want to be an actor or to money, painters, whatever.
The first step would just be to call the Playhouse. We have volunteers who answer the phone and can answer your questions. We have members meetings the third Monday of each month, and that's a good way to come and get acquainted. And when you join, which is at the bargain price of $15 a year.
Oh, wow.
Then we have a questionnaire, and how would you like to be involved? And then if you are part of the cast or crew, you have to be a member to be part of the cast or crew. But if you're doing concessions or ushering or things like that, you get to see the show that night for free.
Okay.
So there's
So you're ahead already.
So if you usher all 5 shows, you see them for $3 a piece, basically, if you look at your membership. And we always have a need for all kinds of talent, and sometimes for talent that we didn't even know we needed. Luckily, the lady who did all the graphics, we were looking at stenciling or doing something, and she stepped up, and we have wonderful graphics on the walls. And so sometimes we don't even know that we need your help.
Yeah, or having the girl from New York who's going to school for that. I mean, those are the kind of things that you just simply, and they happen so much in this community.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
she
I talk
called
about that
and
all the
offered.
time, but I mean, it's really, there's people here that know things and have done things, and you would never know.
And are passionate about it. You're like, oh, you're passionate about lettering? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, really, she was methodical about it, centering it and the way that it looked.
This is the font to use.
She even came in and installed it for us.
In
the middle of the chaos last night. Bless her heart, she's out there and everything is perfectly centered. There's no bubbles. She had to put stenciling or put lettering on a desk, on a door. She made signs. She went above and beyond. It was phenomenal.
Yes,
that's
she
great.
did.
And like I said, people, if you've ever had a thought that I'd like to get involved in something like this, go there. Go on the third Monday.
Yes, third Monday.
Third Monday, and say hi. I just moved here from Keokuk, and I used to be in a little theater there. Or I was in a high school play once, and I really enjoyed it, and I never had a chance to explore it anymore. Come on out and see what you can do. See what you can do to participate.
Yeah, come see us. We're really fun.
And this is the first show of the season. And we do have season tickets. So if you're going to buy a ticket tonight for this show, then go ahead and buy some season tickets and come see all of them, because this year's lineup is phenomenal.
It is.
There's a wide variety.
Yeah, I think she wanted to comment on the next show.
Oh, I'd love to talk about Force of Habit. It is a full-out comedy. It was written by Jones Hope Wooten, which is a group of writers, and we've done several of their shows before. They're billed as Southern fried comedies.
Ah, good.
And Force of Habit happens to take place in a fishing lodge in Arkansas called the Reel 'Em In Lodge. And I believe there's an axe murderer, there's some nuns, there's all kinds of
comedy, like that, axe murderer comedy.
Oh, absolutely.
It all goes together.
And the director, Ann Johnson, is having auditions. February 1st, which is a Saturday morning at 10 a.m., and February the 2nd, Sunday afternoon or evening at 6. And there are, I think, 9 or 10 roles, about half men, half women. And 2 or 3 of them are age specific, but generally we're looking for people between 20 and 70.
There you go.
Yes. And Anne would be delighted. There is a poster up, I think, on the website, perhaps with audition information, or again, they can call the theater and we can give them some audition information.
The Little Sisters of Hoboken.
Now that's our final show. That's nonsense.
Oh, that's nonsense. I'm sorry.
I need to
Yeah.
wrap up,
Oh,
unfortunately.
my bad. My bad. Come back tomorrow. See David sitting here on the morning show, and get your tickets and go see Harvey at the Twin Lakes Playhouse.